Guys, Mr. Second Passport here. As you may know, there's a big vote coming up here in Ecuador the next Sunday. I think it's the 5th of February, 5th or 6th, and here 2023. And there are six very important points or issues on the ballot that the local public here is going to have to vote on. And if they vote a certain way, then a lot of the garbage and the insecurity that has happened here in Ecuador and a lot of the cartels and the drug trade that has taken hold and created a superhighway here in Ecuador for the trade, we can actually start to kind of get moving in the right direction and weed that garbage out. So anyway, obviously there's six particular issues that people are going to vote on that are super interesting and very important for the country to decide on, which direction does it want to go. So even if you can't vote, this is something you might want to follow. Like number one is the extradition, right? So previous president Rafael Correa he changed the constitution that said, Ecuadorians cannot be extradited, blah, blah, blah. And this point on the ballot wants to overturn that. Obviously, because of this law, a lot of bad actors have started to flow through Ecuador, and our prisons are getting really, really bad, as has been very publicized. People just know that they can't be extradited, so they just do whatever they want, with the only penalty being a cushy Ecuadorian prison that you can obviously pull some strings through corruption to be more comfortable in and possibly get out. So by eliminating this, you have to vote C, you have to vote yes, and you can eliminate that old part of the Constitution that says Ecuadorians cannot be extradited. Number two would be you have to vote C to the fact that the Fiscalia, or the prosecution in Ecuador, will become autonomous and independent, because previously often bought and corrupt congressmen, asambleístas, would put their own people in there in the prosecution, and obviously we all know what would happen if that happens. Obviously the wrong people would get favored for probably the wrong things, and that has led to a lot of issues and a lot of escalation and violence in the country. Number three is vote C to menos asambleístas, a smaller amount of congressmen here in Ecuador. There's just too many. There was created a whole bunch of them in the Correa administration, and a whole bunch of them are not good. Let's just put it that way, right? So if we can limit that number, maybe we can get a higher quality of person in there, and it'll be harder to get them bought as well. Number four, you have to vote C again to limit the number of political parties in Ecuador. Before Correa's time, there was about 20, and after 272, and he did this strategically on purpose to minimize the power of the political parties. And they want to, by voting C or yes, you can make it necessary to have a certain amount of members in the party and not just signatures in order to be recognized as a political party in Ecuador. Number five, you have to vote C again to eliminate the power from the executive branch and the legislative to appoint to this special council that Correa created, this consejo that basically is four people that kind of like work out almost outside the normal ranks of government and decide pretty much everything. Like if a fiscal or a prosecutor is out of line, so to speak, they can get rid of them, replace them, stuff like that. Basically, what this wants to do is eliminate that power from the legislative and executive branches that are often corrupt to appoint, right, these people in the judicial branches, and make these people, which is the sixth point, to be forced to be voted on, right, and not appointed. And it will be much harder to influence So the thinking goes. So those are 6 points again, where you should vote C if you agree with each issue brought up. Big election coming in a week here. We'll see which way the country goes. Obviously, it's been going down the wrong road for several years now, and we'll see if it starts to swing back the other direction or not. I'm Mr. Second Password. If you like this, don't subscribe, hit the like button below. Take care.